My name is Sophia. This is my story. It is a sad story, but it is a true story. I want to share it with you. Maybe it can help you. I lived in a small town. The town was quiet. Life was simple there. I liked quiet things. I liked simple things. I worked in a small coffee shop. I made coffee for people. I smiled at them, but sometimes I felt a little lonely. I dreamed of love, a simple love, a true love, like in the books I read. I loved books. Books were my best friends. My favorite place in town was the library. The library was old. It smelled like old paper and stories. It smelled like dreams. I went there many times. I went there to read. I went there to be quiet. I felt safe in the library. One afternoon, it was raining. The rain made soft sounds on the library window. I was sitting in a comfortable chair. I was reading a book about faraway places. Then a man spoke to me. "That looks like a good book," he said. His voice was warm. It was a kind voice. I looked up. I saw him. He was tall. He had dark hair. His eyes were brown and soft. He had a gentle smile. "It is a good book," I said. My voice was a little shy. He asked about the book. I told him. We started to talk. It was easy to talk to him. He was funny. He made me laugh. His name was Daniel. We talked for a long time that rainy afternoon. When I left the library, the rain had stopped. The sun was coming out. I felt warm inside. I felt happy. Daniel asked if we could meet again. I said yes. My heart felt light. We met for coffee. We walked in the park. The park was beautiful in the spring. There were many flowers. Daniel told me about his work. He said he worked with computers. He listened to me. He really listened. He asked me about my dreams, my hopes. No one had ever asked me those things before. He made me feel special. He made me feel seen. He said, "Sophia, you have a beautiful smile." He said, "You are a very kind person." I started to like him very much. My heart would beat fast when I saw him. I thought about him all the time. This feeling was new to me. It was exciting. It was a little scary too. But it felt good. It felt so good. I began to fall in love with Daniel. It felt like a beautiful dream. A dream I did not want to wake up from. I thought, this is it. This is true love. I found it. Daniel was very charming. He always knew what to say. He was always kind to me. He was always gentle. He never talked much about his home or his family. He said he lived alone. He said his apartment was small. I asked him about his family. He said they lived far away. He said he was not very close to them. I thought he was a private person. Some people are like that. I respected his privacy. I did not want to push him. I was just happy to be with him. I thought our love was simple. I thought it was pure. I was wrong. So wrong. Our relationship grew. We spent more and more time together. We had dinner together many evenings. We watched movies at my small apartment. He always had a reason why I could not visit his place. One time he said, "My apartment is being renovated. It's a mess." Another time he said, "My roommate is very messy. You would not like it." I believed him. Why would he lie to me? He was so kind. He seemed so honest. He gave me small gifts. Sometimes a single flower, a red rose, or a small daisy. Sometimes a little book of poems. He knew I loved books. He wrote me sweet notes. "Sophia, you make my days bright. Thinking of you, Daniel." I kept all his notes in a small wooden box. They were precious to me. They were proof of his love. Or so I thought. I told my best friend Maria about Daniel. Maria worked with me at the coffee shop. She was like a sister to me. "Maria, I think I am in love," I told her one day. Her eyes opened wide. A big smile came on her face. "Sophia, that's wonderful. Tell me everything about him." So I told her about Daniel, about his kind eyes, his warm smile. The way he made me laugh. Maria was happy for me. She said, "You deserve to be happy, Sophia. You are a good person." I felt so lucky. I had a good friend, and I had Daniel. My life felt full. My heart felt full. Sometimes Daniel seemed a little sad or distant. It was just for a moment. A shadow in his eyes. Then he would smile again. He would hold my hand. I would ask him, "Daniel, is everything okay?" He always said, "I'm fine, Sophia, just thinking about work," or "just a little tired." I worried a little, but I believed him. I wanted to believe him. We talked about the future. One evening we were sitting on my small balcony. The stars were bright in the dark sky. He held my hand. He said, "Sophia, I want a future with you." My heart jumped. "Really?" I asked. "Yes," he said. "A simple life, a happy life, with you." Tears came to my eyes. Happy tears. I imagined our life together. A small house, a garden, maybe a cat. It was a beautiful dream. I believed him with all my heart. I remember one day we had a picnic by the lake. It was a perfect summer day. The sun was warm on my skin. The water in the lake was blue and calm. We sat on a blanket under a big tree. We ate sandwiches and fruit. We laughed. He looked at me. His eyes were full of something soft. He said, "I am so happy with you, Sophia." He held my hand. His hand was warm and strong. My heart felt like it was flying. I thought, this is happiness. This is real. I will never forget that day. Even now, when I think about it, I feel a little ache in my heart because it was beautiful, but it was built on a lie. Another time, it was his birthday. Or what he told me was his birthday. I wanted to do something special for him. I baked him a cake, a chocolate cake. His favorite. I am not a very good baker, but I tried my best. I decorated it with small candles. When he saw the cake, his face lit up. He said, Sophia, you made this for me? Yes, I said, feeling a little shy. Happy birthday, Daniel. He hugged me. He said it was the best cake he ever had. He looked so happy. Or he acted happy. Now I don't know what was real and what was not. It is hard. It is very hard to look back. As time went on, there were small things that felt a little strange. But I was so in love. I did not want to see them. Or maybe I saw them, but I pushed them away. He never introduced me to any of his friends. He said he did not have many friends in our town. He said his work kept him busy. He never introduced me to his family. He said they lived far away. He said he would take me to meet them one day. When the time is right, he said. I waited for that time. His phone calls were sometimes strange. Sometimes his phone would ring. He would look at the screen. Then he would walk away to talk. He would go to another room or step outside. He always said it was work. Important clients, he said. I worked in a coffee shop. I did not understand much about important clients. So I believed him. He was also very careful about photos. I liked taking photos to remember happy moments. But Daniel didn't like it much. If I tried to take a photo of us, he would often turn his head or make a funny face. He said, I am not photogenic, Sophia. He said he was shy. I thought it was just a quirk. A small, funny thing about him. Now I know why. He did not want any proof of us. I remember one day very clearly. We were at my apartment. We were watching a movie. His phone rang. It was on the small table next to the sofa. I saw the name on the screen. It said, Home. My heart gave a little jump. Home. He quickly grabbed the phone. He looked nervous. His face changed. He stood up. He went to the kitchen to answer it. His voice was low. I could not hear what he said. When he came back, he looked a bit pale. Who was that? I asked. I tried to sound casual. Oh, it was just my landlord, he said. About the rent. A small doubt. A tiny voice in my head said, that felt strange. But I pushed it away. I did not want to doubt him. I loved him. I trusted him. Or I wanted to trust him. So much. It's easy to see things clearly when you look back, isn't it? But when you are in the moment and you are happy, you don't want to see the shadows. You just want the sunshine. Then came the day my world fell apart, the day I learned the truth, the terrible truth. It was a Saturday. I decided to go shopping in the next town. It was a bigger town. It had more shops. I rarely went there. But that day, I wanted a new dress. The sun was shining. I felt good. I was walking down the main street, looking at the shop windows, and then I saw him, Daniel. He was across the street. He was not alone. He was with a woman with blonde hair and a small child, a little girl. She had pigtails. My Daniel was holding the woman's hand. He was smiling, laughing, the way he used to laugh with me. The little girl was holding his other hand. She was skipping happily. They looked like a family, a happy family. My breath caught in my throat. My heart stopped. I felt suddenly cold. Even though the sun was shining, I could not move. I just stared. Was it really him? It looked so much like him. But it couldn't be. My Daniel? No. It must be someone who looked like him. But I had to be sure. I had to know. My legs felt like stone, but I made them move. I crossed the street. My hands were shaking. My whole body was shaking. I got closer and closer. Yes, it was him. It was Daniel. His smile, his eyes, the way he tilted his head. It was him. He turned his head. He saw me. His eyes met mine. The smile vanished from his face. Instantly, his eyes went wide. He looked shocked. He looked scared, like a child caught doing something wrong. The woman he was with looked at me. She had a curious look on her face, then confused. She probably wondered why her husband suddenly looked terrified, why this strange woman was staring at them. I just stood there. On the sidewalk. I could not speak. I could not think. All the air left my body. My happy world. My beautiful dream. It shattered into a million pieces. Right there. On that sunny street. I don't remember how I moved. Maybe I turned and walked away slowly. Or maybe I ran. Tears were streaming down my face. Hot tears. They blurred my vision. I couldn't see where I was going. I just needed to get away. Away from him. Away from that scene. Somehow I found the bus station. I got on the bus back to my town. I sat by the window. I looked out. But I saw nothing. I only saw his face. His shocked face. His wife's face. His little girl's face. A family. His family. All the way home, I cried. Silently. The tears just kept falling. I felt so broken. So empty. I got back to my apartment. I unlocked the door. I went inside and locked it behind me. I leaned against the door. Then I slid down to the floor and I cried. I cried out loud. I cried for the love I thought I had. I cried for the lies he told me. I cried for my foolish heart. How could I be so blind? My chest hurt. It felt like something heavy was crushing me. Everything was a lie. Our talks, our laughs, our dreams, all lies. He never loved me. How could he? If he had a wife, a child. His phone calls started soon after. My phone rang, and rang, and rang. I saw his name, Daniel. Each time it rang, it felt like a knife in my heart. I did not answer. I could not speak to him. What could he say? What excuse could he have? Then he came to my apartment. I heard him knocking on my door. Knock, knock, knock. Sophia! Sophia, please open the door. I heard his voice that I used to love. Now it sounded horrible to me. Sophia, please, let me explain, he called out. Explain? How could he explain a wife? A child? How could he explain breaking my heart? I stayed silent. I sat on the floor. I covered my ears. I wanted him to go away, to disappear from my life. He knocked for a long time. He called my name many times, then finally he left. Silence. The silence in my apartment was heavy, so heavy. I felt so alone, more alone than ever before. For a few days, I did not leave my apartment. I did not go to work. I called Maria. I told her I was sick. In a way, I was sick. Sick with pain. Sick with betrayal. Maria knew something was wrong. She said, "Sophia, talk to me. What happened?" But I couldn't. Not yet. The words would not come out. I needed to face him. I needed to hear the truth from his lips. I needed to see his face when he told me the lies were over. So, a few days later, when he knocked again, I opened the door. He stood there. He looked tired. His eyes were red. He looked sad. Did he really feel sad? Or was it another act? "Sophia," he said softly, "can I come in?" I stepped back. I let him in. We sat in my small living room, the room where we had shared so many moments, moments that now felt tainted, dirty. "Tell me," I said. My voice was cold. I did not recognize my own voice. And he told me, yes, he was married. Her name was Laura. Yes, the little girl was his daughter. Her name was Lily. She was 5 years old. He said he was not happy in his marriage. He said it was a mistake. He said he and his wife were like strangers living in the same house. He said he planned to leave her. He said he was waiting for the right time. He said he truly loved me, that his feelings for me were real. His words. They were like stones, hitting me, hurting me. More lies, or a twisted kind of truth? I looked at him. The man I thought I knew. The man I had loved. He was a stranger. A liar. "Why?" I asked. My voice trembled. "Why did you do this to me, Daniel? Why did you lie to me for so long?" He looked down at his hands. "I was lonely, Sophia," he said. "So lonely. And then I met you. You made me happy. You made me feel alive." His excuse. It made me angry. So angry. "And what about me?" I said, my voice rising. "What about my happiness? Did you ever think about me? About how this would destroy me?" He looked up. There were tears in his eyes. "I'm sorry, Sophia," he said. "I am so, so sorry. I never wanted to hurt you. Sorry." That one small word. It was not enough. It could never be enough. It could not fix my broken heart. It could not erase the lies. "Leave," I said. My voice was quiet now, but firm. "Sophia, please," he started. "Leave," I shouted. "Get out of my apartment. Get out of my life. I never want to see you again." He stood up slowly. He looked at me one last time. His face was full of pain, or maybe it was guilt. I didn't know. I didn't care anymore. He walked to the door. He opened it. He left, and then he was gone. The door closed behind him, and I was alone again, with the truth and the pain. The pain was big. It was a giant wave that washed over me, again and again. It was a heavy weight on my chest. It was hard to breathe. Days were long and empty. Nights were longer. I couldn't eat. Food had no taste. I couldn't sleep. When I closed my eyes, I saw his face, his lies. I went back to work at the coffee shop. I had to. I needed the money. Maria was there. She saw my face. She knew. "Sophia, what happened?" she asked, her voice full of concern. This time, I told her. I told her everything: the library, the love, the lies, the wife, the child, the broken heart. Maria listened. She held my hand. She cried with me. "Oh, Sophia," she said, "I am so sorry. He is a terrible man, a cruel man." "It's not your fault, Sophia," she said again and again. "It's not your fault. He is the liar. He is the cheater." Her words helped a little, but the pain was still there, so deep. I felt so foolish, so stupid. How could I not see? The signs were there, weren't they? His private life, his strange phone calls, his dislike of photos. I was blind, blinded by love, blinded by my own dreams. I wanted to believe in him. I wanted to believe in us. Now, all I had were broken pieces. The places we used to go to together, they now felt painful. The park, the lake, even the library, my safe place. I saw him everywhere, in every corner, in every memory. I thought about his wife, Laura. Did she know? Did she suspect anything? I felt sorry for her. She was a victim too, lied to by the same man, and his little girl, Lily. She was innocent. What kind of man does this to his family? To another person? It's okay to feel sad, I told myself. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to cry. I said these things to myself many times a day, like a mantra. Sometimes I believed them. Sometimes I didn't. The world felt gray. My heart felt gray. Time passed, slowly, so slowly. Each day was a struggle. Waking up was hard. Facing the day was harder. The pain was still there, a constant ache in my chest, but maybe, just maybe, it was a little less sharp, a little less raw. I started to go for long walks alone. I walked by the river. I walked in the woods. I needed to be with my thoughts, my confusing, painful thoughts. I talked to Maria a lot. She was my rock. She listened patiently. She never judged me. She encouraged me. "You are strong, Sophia," she would say. "You will get through this." I didn't always feel strong. Most days I felt weak, broken. But I kept going, one step at a time. One day at a time. I started reading again. Books were my old friends. They welcomed me back. In stories, there was often pain. But there was also hope. There was also healing. Maybe there could be hope and healing for me, too. One day, I took out the small wooden box. The box where I kept Daniel's gifts, his notes. Opened it. I looked at the dried flower, the small book of poems, the sweet words on paper. They used to make me so happy. Now, they made me feel sick. They were symbols of his lies. It was hard, very hard. My hands trembled, but I took the box. I walked to the trash can outside my apartment, and I threw it away. All of it. I watched the garbage truck take it away the next morning. It felt like a small step. A small release. A small victory in my sad, quiet war against the pain. I tried to focus on my work at the coffee shop. I made coffee. I wiped tables. I tried to smile at the customers. Sometimes the smile was real. Sometimes it was not. But I tried. Learned many things from this painful experience. I learned that some people can be very charming. They can say all the right words. But charm can hide a dark heart. Charm can hide lies. I learned to trust my feelings more. That small doubt I had about Daniel, that tiny voice, I should have listened to it. Our intuition often knows the truth, even when our heart doesn't want to see it. I learned that I am strong, stronger than I thought. I survived this betrayal. I survived this heartbreak. I was still standing. I was still breathing. I learned that it's okay to be alone for a while. It is much better to be alone and at peace than to be with someone who lies and hurts you. This experience was so painful. It carved a deep wound in my heart, but it also taught me about myself, about what I want, and what I will never accept again. I learned that true love does not hurt like this. True love is not built on lies and secrets. True love is honest. True love is kind. True love is respectful. Daniel's love was not true love. It was a shadow, a fake. Sometimes, even now, I still feel a pang of sadness when I think about Daniel, when I remember a happy moment we shared. Before I knew the truth, it is like a ghost of a feeling. But then I remember the lies, the betrayal, the pain he caused, and the sadness changes. It becomes a reminder, a lesson. I don't hate him anymore. Hate is a heavy burden to carry. I just feel pity for him. He lives a life of lies. He hurts the people around him. That must be a very sad and empty way to live. I think about his wife, Laura. I never met her. I don't know her. But I often hope that she finds out the truth, and I hope she finds the strength to do what is best for her and her daughter. She deserves honesty. She deserves happiness too. My heart is a little bit closed now. It is more careful, more guarded. It is scared of being hurt again. And that's okay. It needs time to heal. But I hope one day it will open again. Maybe for someone new, someone real, someone honest, someone kind, someone who will cherish my heart, not break it. I am still Sophia. I still live in my small town. I still work at the coffee shop. I still love books. They are still my faithful friends. I still dream of a simple, happy love, a true love. But now, I am different. I am wiser. I am more careful. I know my worth. I will not settle for lies. I deserve truth. I deserve respect. I deserve real love. If you are listening to my story, and if you have been hurt like me, if someone has lied to you, if someone has broken your heart, I want to tell you something very important. You are not alone. So many people experience heartbreak. It is a sad part of life, and it is not your fault. Please believe me, it is not your fault. When someone lies to you, when someone betrays your trust, it is their choice, their mistake, not yours. You loved, you trusted. That is a beautiful thing. Do not let them take that away from you. It hurts. I know. Oh, I know how much it hurts. It feels like your world has ended. It feels like the pain will never go away. Allow yourself to feel that pain. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to ignore it. Cry if you need to cry. Be angry if you need to be angry. It is part of healing. But please believe me when I say this. You will get through this. Time helps. It really does. Slowly, the sharp edges of the pain will soften. Talking helps. Talk to a friend, a family member, someone you trust. Don't carry this burden alone. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with gentleness and compassion. You are strong. Even if you don't feel strong right now, you are. You are worthy of love. Real love. Honest love. Don't let one bad experience, one bad person, close your heart forever. Learn from it. Grow from it. Become wiser. But don't let it make you bitter. Don't let it steal your hope. Your happiness is important. So important. Protect your heart. Yes, be careful. Yes, but don't be afraid to love again one day. When you are ready. When your heart has healed, you can do this. You can heal. You can find happiness again. Keep going. Keep believing in yourself. Life can be beautiful again. After the rain, the sun can shine again. I believe that. For me, and for you too. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it helps you feel a little less alone. I hope it gives you a little bit of hope. Remember, you are strong, you are loved, you will be okay.